Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Grammar Slideshows Unlimited. And I'm your narrator and host, Ed. And we're going to do today causative verbs in English. So why don't we get right into it? I'm going to present video and we'll get right into it. Grammar Slideshows Unlimited. That's me. I work at Mission Campus City College and I'm an ESL instructor. So, causative verbs, what the heck are they? We'll find out. So the first kind of causative verbs we're going to look at are causative verbs that take the base form of the verb after them. And there's a list here, short list. And this is a diagram of how they work. The verbs are let, make, have, and help. And they take an object afterwards, and then they take the base form of the verb. So that's the structure. You've got the causative verb, then an object comes after, and then the base or the simple form of the verb. And let's take a look at the first one, let, to permit something to happen. And this is the grammatical structure again, let plus the object plus the base or the simple form of the verb. And we'll get a couple of examples here. So the first one, Carla let the dog escape again. Second, I don't let my dog eat beef products. And the third, Dad let Felicia pet the cat for an hour. So in each of these cases, we have let, which is the causative verb, plus the object, and plus the base form of the verb that comes after. And the meaning, Carla let the dog escape. Carla did not escape, but she somehow caused the dog to escape. So she's causing the dog to escape. Again, I don't necessarily eat beef products or not eat them. But the point is that I don't let my dog eat them. So I cause my dog not to eat beef products. And the last one, Dad does not pet the cat, but Dad somehow allows Felicia to pet the cat. So he's causing Felicia to pet the cat. All right, our next verb up is make, to force or require someone to take an action. And again, after make, we use an object in the base form of the verb. And a couple of examples. After Billy broke the neighbor's window, his parents made him pay for it. So the parents did not pay for the window, but they caused Billy to pay for it. And you'll notice after we have the form, causative verb made plus object plus the simple or base form of the verb pay. Juan makes his son water the plants every day. Juan does not water the plants, but he causes his son to do it. Causative verb, object, base form of the verb. The last one, the teacher made all the students stay after school today. The teacher didn't stay after school, but he caused the other students to stay. All right. Then we're going to look at have, to give someone else the responsibility to do something that you want them to do. And again, have plus the object or person plus the base form. Actually, have has two grammatical structures, and this is the first one, which is the simple form of the verb, as the other verbs we've seen already. So the first example, I'll have my secretary call you to set up an appointment. I won't call you, but I'll cause my secretary to call you. We have the causative verb have, the object secretary, and then the simple form of the verb. In the second example, the construction manager had his workers clean the yard. The construction manager did not clean the yard, but he caused his workers to clean the yard. So that's the first structure with have. Now we're going to see the second grammatical structure with have. It's the same idea. You give someone else the responsibility to do something, but in this case, instead of have plus a person plus the base form, we're going to use a different pattern, and that will be have plus a thing plus the past participle form of the verb. So this is different. And how is it different? Let's take a look. So the first example is Pedro had his washing machine repaired last week. Pedro did not repair it, but he caused somebody else to repair it. In this case, when we use the causative verb plus the object, which is a thing, plus the past participle, we don't know who repaired it. It's a passive construction. We know that Pedro didn't do it and someone else did it, but we don't know who did it. In the second case, Judith will have her house painted this weekend. Causative verb is have again, or will have. The object is a thing, and the verb form that comes after, painted, is the past participle of paint. So Judith will not paint the house. Someone else will paint it, but we don't know who it is because of this construction. We just know that it will be done. That's kind of irregular, a little strange, but that's the way it is. And the last verb in this category is help, to assist someone in doing something. And like the other verbs, we have help plus an object plus a verb. But we also have a second verb in the base form, but we also have an alternative version, help plus the person plus the infinitive. So after help, you can use either the base form of the verb or the infinitive form. They're both correct, although the first one with just the base form is the one that people use most often. And we'll see how this works. So in the first set of examples, you can say Jorge helps Emilia clean the house, or Jorge helps Emilia to clean the house. They're both correct. In the first one, we're using the causative verb plus the object plus the base form, or the simple form. And the second version, causative verb, object, infinitive form. They're both correct. So you can use to before the verb, the infinitive form, or you can omit it. You can just use the simple form. The second example, drinking warm milk before bed helps me relax. So this one is the causative verb helps plus the object plus the base form. And the second example, drinking warm milk before bed helps me to relax. You can use the infinitive form as well. Again, the simple form helps me relax is used more often than the infinitive form helps me to relax. But they're both equally correct. Okay, so that's the end of the first group. Those are the ones that generally just use the base form afterwards, although we did see a couple of examples. Now in part two, we're looking at causative verbs that take the infinitive form of the verb routinely. And again, this is the pattern. We have the verbs get, want, ask, and tell. Again, we have an object coming in, and this time the normal form is the infinitive form of the verb for these four verbs. So we're going to look at get first. That's to convince or encourage someone to do something. So you don't do it yourself, but you get someone else to do it. And the form, as we saw, is the causative verb get plus the object plus the infinitive form of the verb. So our first example is Tom got the neighborhood kids to paint his aunt's fence. We have the causative verb got plus the object kids and then the infinitive form to paint. So Tom did not paint his aunt's fence. Somehow he caused the kids to paint it. So he did not paint it himself. In the second example, Laura gets her brother to wash the dishes sometimes. Laura does not wash the dishes sometimes, but she arranges for her brother to do it somehow. She causes him to do it. So the form, causative verb gets, object brother, and the infinitive form of the verb after get. Okay, our next verb is want, is to desire someone to do something that you don't desire to do. And again, the form is causative verb want plus object plus infinitive. And a couple of examples. Mother wants all her children to study hard. Causative verb wants plus object children plus infinitive form of the verb to study. So the mother doesn't want to study hard, but she causes her children to study hard. Again, Laura wants her mother to relax after dinner. Laura doesn't want to relax, but she causes her mother to relax. And again, the form is the causative verb wants plus the object mother and the infinitive form to relax. Ask, to request someone to do something that you don't want to do yourself. The same form, ask plus the object plus the infinitive form of the verb. And a couple of examples. Mother asked her children to quiet down. Laura asked her husband to vacuum the house. So mother didn't quiet down, but she caused her children to quiet down. So that's the causative aspect. And Laura did not vacuum the house, but she caused her husband to do it by asking him. And the same grammatical pattern, we have the causative verb ask plus the object, children and husband, and the infinitive form of the verb that follows the object, to quiet down and to vacuum. All right, one more of these verbs to go. Tell. To tell is to order someone to do something that you either don't want to do or can't do or wish someone else to do. The point is you cause someone else to do it. The grammatical structure is tell plus the object plus the infinitive. And the examples coming up, number 1 is the teacher told the student to repeat the sentence. So the teacher didn't repeat the sentence, he caused the student to do it. The second example, Jim tells his little son to do his best. Jim doesn't do his best, but he causes his little son to do it. So in each case, we have the causative verb tell plus the object, student or son, and the infinitive to repeat or to do. All right, so that is a fairly short explanation. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.